My name is Jenna Miscavige. My uncle is the leader of Scientology, and I escaped when I was 22. Today, I want to tell you about Scientology's e-meter. The first time I was attached to one of these, I was 4 years old. Scientology taught us that it sent a small electrical current through our body, which they believe was influenced by our mind. You're attached to it by holding two cans. Scientology uses it in counseling and interrogations. Because my uncle was the leader, I was constantly interrogated. They thought anything I did would reflect badly on them. Before I was 12, they would attach all of us kids to the e-meter once a week. Refusing an e-meter check is classified as a crime in Scientology. We would sit down and they would watch the needle. If it was clean, we passed. If it was dirty, we were told we were hiding things and had to write down anything bad we did, time, place, and how it happened. Then we'd be checked again until the e-meter was satisfied. At 12, I had my first real interrogation. I was in a room with a woman 25 years older than me, and it was videotaped. Every session was. She asked if I had inappropriate relations with my father, or if I had robbed a bank, or if I
unalived someone.
I said no, but the e-meter said yes. They don't take your answers. They only take the e-meters. And I wasn't allowed to leave the room until the e-meter said I had told all. My parents weren't there. They were across the country. This happened to me hundreds of times between the ages of 12 and 18. I tried to escape, but I was physically held down. They asked me private, intimate questions about my body. Everything you say is written down and sent to case supervisors and others who manage you. If I said no, but the e-meter said yes, I had no choice but to answer. Even if it was as simple as kissing a boy, I was forced to say what undergarments I was wearing, what parts of him touched me, every single detail, despite my protests, while being videotaped. It was a degrading violation of privacy, carried out by adults 20 years my senior in executive roles in Scientology. This isn't religion. This is child P. I was publicly berated by my aunt, Shelley Miscavige, for refusing to cooperate and trying to leave the rooms during these interrogations. I used to fantasize about throwing the e-meter out of the second-story window. Ironically, the Scientology kids at my boarding school were used as a workforce to build these e-meters, 30 hours a week, so Scientology could profit from our labor. They cost Scientologists several $1,000s apiece. I never knew when I was soldering circuit boards and hot stamping gold paint that these interrogations would be my future. This isn't religion. This is abuse disguised as faith, and it starts when you're a child.